What's going on YouTube? I go by the name of AP the Gift, but in the military, everybody calls me Warren. But I'm gonna jump right ahead in this video. I hate when people do those long videos, forget to get straight to the point. Today I'm gonna tell you what to expect when going to MEPS. So first off, what is MEPS? MEPS stands for Military Entrance Processing Station. You're going to undergo a series of tests such as physical, medical, hearing exam, eye exam, anything you expect in an exam, you're going to get everything checked. So let me just let y'all know that ahead of time. What should you bring to MEPS? You should bring a valid government ID, your social security number, on a valid document. I didn't have my physical social security card, so I had to bring like proof of that. But make sure if you don't, let your recruiter know so you can know what to bring. You don't want to forget that at MEPS. And your birth certificate or a copy and any medical records that you may need to verify for the physical. Also, you want to wear something pretty comfortable. Me, myself, I had on a sports bra. Sometimes they trip for females like us if you have on boxers or not. I mean, they couldn't send me back. I was too far ahead. I wore boxers, but tread carefully with that. How long does the MEPS process take? Not gonna lie, it can take all day. You get there super early, but you have to wait. And especially if your name's like at the end of the alphabet, like mine, it may take a while. You're usually there almost all day. They do feed you these super dry ass, either ham or turkey sandwiches. I swear it was like 90% bread, this much of meat. Not gonna lie to you. You'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's a long process. They do a lot of physical medical tests on you just to make sure you're eligible to go to the military. It's very important to make sure they're not missing anything. You're gonna undergo a lot of physical tests that you need to be aware of. So what are the tests that you undergo at MEPS? It's gonna be height and weight exams, a physical exam. They're gonna check all that. They're gonna check your breast and stuff like that for females. Gonna make sure you don't have any breast cancer, any lumps, anything like that. They're gonna test for STDs. They're gonna do blood tests. They're going to do urine tests. Make sure you're not pregnant. Make sure you're not in there with any drugs in your system. So come clean. I'm telling y'all, just come clean. If you ain't clean yet, just detox. Keep detoxing until your body is clean. I've been there, done that. And they're also gonna test like your joints and mobility. So you know, like when they be using a little thing on your knees and stuff, make sure you can move. They're gonna check your sight. They're gonna check your vision. And they're gonna check your hearing. They're also gonna check your teeth. So they make sure all that good stuff is straightened out. So just to let you know and be aware of that ahead of time before going. Make sure you're clean. Make sure you wash up real good. I recommend washing early in the morning and at night just to make sure because they are going to check everything. What disqualifies you at MEPS? So a lot can disqualify you. Number one, like I said, if you're pregnant, if you have any drugs in your system, that automatically disqualifies you and that puts a flag on your record. If you're overweight, unfortunately, that can disqualify you. Sometimes you can get a waiver nowadays. When I first tried to enter into the military back in high school, I was overweight and I couldn't enter the army. So later in life, I reapplied and I was able to, I was already in shape and stuff like that. So I was good. I didn't have to worry about getting a waiver, but they have waivers now. Back when I was trying to join high school, what was that waiver? I don't know. But they're always updating stuff in the military because they do want people to go. So just putting that out there for you. Also, if you have any medical conditions like asthma, any mental health issues, heart problems, anything that could be problematic if you undergo extreme physical exercises, because you're going to do a lot of that when you go to basic training. Surgeries, stuff like that. What is the physical test like at MEPS? So it's not really a super physical test. They're just testing and making sure everything's good. I think they check like your back and stuff for like scoliosis. They make you do the duck walk and stuff like that in your underwear. It's kind of weird and you're around a bunch of other people that you don't know. But you all got to go through it. So it's not too bad. But it's nothing really extreme that you have to do. They're just making sure your body is moving like it should. Can you have tattoos or piercings when entering MEPS? Yes and no. When it comes to tattoos, I know it varies with different branches where your tattoos can be, and you can also get waivers. I have a neck tattoo that I've had for a while, and I got a waiver for it and I was able to enter. Even when I went to basic training and stuff like that, I've seen people with hella neck tattoos and they obviously got waivers for them. So yeah, I recommend if you want to get your tattoos, get them before joining the military, get them before going to MEPS or even considering it, and then go from there, because then it's hard to get the tattoos after the fact, after you're already entered into the military. So they keep track of things like that. All my tattoos are documented on paper and on file. before going into the military. They really care about that type of stuff. With piercing, remove all piercings visibly. Like if you have the little things you have to put in there, the little clear things and stuff for your nose and stuff like that, just take them out. They're gonna make you take out like your earrings and stuff when you first walk in there. So just to be mindful, they don't want anything like that could trigger anything. So you need everything stripped. If you got belly button, put a little clear thing in there too. They care about all that type of stuff. Even when you go to basic, that's gonna really matter too. If you don't want the holes and stuff to close, I recommend getting the clear inserts and having a bunch of them. So just in case you lose any, you can put some more back in. How should you prepare for MEPS? Get a good night's sleep. Like go to bed early before anybody else. Get up early, like I said, shower in the morning because they will be checking all your private parts and stuff like that. Clean out your ears, do all that stuff that you would do before going to like a doctor's appointment. And I recommend, like I said, the night before and the day of, just because like you're gonna be super fresh, you're gonna thank yourself later. Drink lots of water because you're gonna have to do a pee test. And a lot of people, when they don't drink a lot of water and it's time to pee, they have to wait there all day just because they haven't peed. Like their last test was the urine test. And if you don't pee, you have to come back another day. And trust me, you don't want to do that process all over again. I hated MEPS. It's a lot. So you don't want to do that process all over again. Drink a lot of water. Hold your pee. If you can do the pee test first, try to do the pee test first so you can get it out the way. Highly recommend that. I knew too many people who were there and they was like, I can't pee today. I don't know what's going on. Like, so stuff like that. You just got to be very mindful, very careful. What should you expect during the MEPS interview? So after all that physical testing, you're gonna have to do an interview with like a caseworker. They're like, they work for the government. They have all your records on file. They're gonna ask you about anything. If you ever did any criminal act back in the day and you thought that was not on your record, well, you thought wrong. They're gonna make sure every single thing is on there. Like, just be honest with them. They were asking me like, have you ever done narcotics? And I was like, yeah, I've smoked before. And then she was like, next question. Like, just be real with them. You don't want to say no and then they're like, oh, well, this is on your record. What is this? So just be real, be upfront with them. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to disqualify you as long as you're being honest. They just don't want you hiding anything from them because trust me, this is the government. They're going to look it up. So just be very mindful of that. That usually doesn't take too long. It takes about maybe 15-20 minutes. What is the process like selecting your job at MEPS? So selecting your job depends again on your branch. For me, the Army, we selected ahead of time, but it depends on your ASVAB score. Do your research, okay? This is my biggest thing, and I'm super glad that I waited into going in the military a few years so I was a little bit more knowledgeable and not gullible and just like ready to sign a contract. Because once you're in this contract, guys, it's a legal binding contract. If you break it, so many things you have to deal with. Be very mindful of that. Look up the jobs, okay? Look up jobs that you wouldn't mind doing for a set amount of years, okay? I looked up my job, 42 Alpha, Human Resource Specialist, and I'm very glad I chose it. I enjoy everybody who's at my unit. I enjoy the things that I learned, and I enjoy the people around me when it came to AIT and learning how to actually do my job. Be very mindful of that. If you go 11 Bravo and you don't know it's infantry and front line and you're doing the same stuff that you was doing in basic training every single day, you're in for a rude awakening. So please look up your job, okay? Look up the jobs that they offer. Look at something that you really wouldn't mind doing. And you'll be surprised. They have jobs for everything in the Army. And they have photography jobs. They have editing jobs. They have cooks. So think about something that you really wouldn't mind doing for a long period of time. Go look it up on YouTube. Read the comments. See what people think about it who have those jobs. Go to Reddit. Look up these things for real from people who actually have the job and have been doing it for a little bit of time. What are the drug testing procedures like at MEPS? So basically, you're going to pee in a bathroom with no stalls. A government official is going to be watching you. So there's no tampering. There's no trying to stick pee up your leg and think you're going to pour it in the cup. Like, guys, this is the government. I'm gonna keep saying that because like a lot of people I feel like they're like, oh, I can finesse. I'm telling you, you're gonna be peeing right in front of these folks' face. They don't care, females, if it's that time of the month. They're gonna look to make sure that's your pee going inside that cup. Okay? If you know you're not clean, I'm telling you, just wait because it's a long process once you get disqualified. So just wait, get clean, then go to MEPS because it's instant. They're gonna take that pee, they're gonna put it on a little testing strip, and if that thing got 2 lines, you out of here. If you're good, you're good. and you just go on about your day. So just be very mindful of that, all right? Clean your system, please. Do you have to take the ASVAB at MEPS? If you have not taken the ASVAB already, yes. Sometimes they do have you take the PICAT at your recruiter's office. That's what I did. And then you just go to MEPS to confirm the score. And that's basically what I did. So I didn't have to retake the full ASVAB. But if you do the ASVAB, you've never done it before, you're going to do it at MEPS. And it is a long test. I recommend studying for it. A lot of different categories when it comes to this test. And they're very random. Like the assembling part is just really crazy. So I recommend getting like a practice book. That's what I used. And it really helped me get a good score on the ASVAB. I think my GT score was like 104. So shout out to the people who make the little ASVAB prep books. When in doubt, always choose C. What happens after you're done with all the tests at MEPS? So basically, you're going to be into this little waiting room, waiting to get sworn in. You're probably gonna eat during this time. They're gonna tell you like they have the little sandwiches I was talking about. You're gonna eat that and stuff like that while you wait because they did a lot of tests. Like they draw your blood, all that good stuff. They'll call you into a room and swear you in. You raise your right hand. They're gonna say repeat after them, and you're swearing yourself in to go to the military. So once you're done with that, you pretty much wait for your recruiter to come pick you up. And you're still gonna be in this little waiting room and stuff like that with other people. But it's a cool space because you get to like talk to a lot of different people, hear about their different journeys, why they chose the military, what branch they're choosing. And I met a lot of cool people that way. Like some of my battle buddies were still cool to this day, and we met from MEPS. So it's a really interesting process to see how far that you go throughout that journey. So yes. The swearing in process is also recorded live and it's posted on Facebook. So you can go back and actually watch that process. It's a cool little memorable moment to have. And last question, how can you handle anxiety before going to MEPS? Know that you're not the only one who's anxious, okay? A lot of people who are going to be there, this is their first time ever entering. And some people, this is their second time entering. Like they was in the military, they got out, and now they're joining back. So ask them questions, talk to them, get to know these people, and like enjoy them. You know what I'm saying? Like build connections because you never know where these people going later in life. So it was really cool to actually get to network with people who are there. A lot of people forget that the military is a big networking pool of people who have so many similar interests to you. So it's similar to like how college is when it comes to the networking pool because a lot of people have similar interests. You're all doing something that's the same thing, but you all can easily find common ground, see where each other's from, see what each other's jobs are. Why did they choose the job that they chose? Do they have kids? Do they have a family? Is it just them? You know, like stuff like that. And hearing other people's stories takes the stress away for the most part. So it was a very, very interesting process, I will say. And I wouldn't do it all over again because I hated MEPS, but I'm glad that I went through it, even through basic training. But yes, that is the end of this video. That's how to prep for MEPS 2024. If you guys have any more videos you would like me to do, any topics you'd like me to discuss, please drop them below. Again, I am in the U.S. Army Reserves, so if you have any questions about that, make sure you drop them below. I can make a video on it. This is my first military-related video. I figured I'd start with the actual basics. So yes, if you guys have any more questions, definitely let me know. Again, this is your girl AP the Gift. My motto is life is a gift, so we live in the present. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, peace.